Okay, we're going to cover the slide step. Slide step for trying to get to home plate quicker with a base runner first base or second base, so we have to have a shorter delivery to be able to get that done. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to come to my normal sign in the set position, and then we've got to decide how we're going to get it there. All right, there's several variations. The first one I like to do, I actually call a high set. I'm going to come up and set with my throwing hand almost 90 degrees, feel like it's ready to throw home plate already, and cover up the glove. So it's going to be about eye level. So when I come to the set, my throwing arm is the key. I'm right here. I'm setting it here, and the glove's hiding the ball from anybody to see it. And on the high set, the critical thing we're going to do is we're going to start the ball first. And when I start the ball first, it's actually going to cock my back hip and get me into my right glute as like this. Now the key thing for me that I've changed after 30 years, I'm not going to move my front foot first. If I do this, there's a great tendency to rush. So what I've learned is I'm going to leave my front foot on the ground, and I'm going to start the ball, and I'm actually going to transfer my weight to my right glute immediately. And when I do that, that will force my foot to move. Well, now I'm on my back leg. Our biggest problem in teaching slide step is that quick first movement, and everybody transfers forward. If we'll leave the front foot on the ground, start the ball, and drop the ball, and put all my weight on my right glute, this is where I need to be. If a guy will do the high set from here and just say throw, it'll be 1, 2, 5 or less to home plate, and you're not hurrying. Okay, so here we go. High set, throw. And if you'll notice, when I start the ball first, when I say throw, I actually get engaged on my right glute. The weight goes back first, and that's what I need to do. Other part of this one is on the high set. Most base runners are taught, watch the pitcher's front foot to get a good jump. Well, on this one, if they're watching my front foot, I've already got the ball started and I'm engaged into my right glute. And the biggest thing I'm doing, I'm not rushing. I'm going to get my weight loaded and get a flow. If I can throw the ball 90 miles an hour, I can throw the ball 90 miles an hour in the high set if I'm doing it properly. Okay, so the first set of high set, I'm going to set it about eye level, nose level, whatever you want to call it. The second one, I'm going to set at the chin. The difference is some people, when they get to the high set, they get stiff and they get tight and they need a little rhythm right there. So what we're doing, I'm going to set down at the chin. Now all I'm going to do is I want the ball to bounce up a little bit, right here, shadow, the ball in the glove, just get jump started with the fingers and go. And right from here, and when I start the hand, that's what gets the right throwing elbow going and gets it back up so it's ready to throw. So I'm going to set at my chin, and I'm going to create a little bounce with the ball in the glove, boom, boom, boom. And I can use my count system again. All right, when I start the ball, that's 1, 2 is the right glute, 3 is the throw. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. The little movement of the glove, the little bounce is a lot helpful for a lot of guys to get some rhythm and to get things started. So that's high set at the eyes, high set at the chin. And on neither one of those am I moving my foot first. I'm starting the ball first. And that's the ones I'm looking at next. Another one I think is very simple. I'm going to go back. This one's probably going to be 1, 3 to home. I'm just going to get a hair wider, and I just tell the guy really to get in a hitting stance. I'm going to get my hitting stance, and now my hitting stance, I can put my hands wherever I'm comfortable at. And now I'm a little bit wider with my feet. If I'm normally here, I cannot get real wide on the mound. I'm going down the slope. That's too much. So it's more of a narrow hitting stance. But once I tell a kid to get in a hitting stance, this knee's going to crack a little bit. The knee's going to be inside the foot. And now here's the key. I need the knee to come at an angle. You can't bring the knee straight up or your rear end will sit. So hitting stance, put my hands where I want them. I want this knee, and again the back knee is just like a hitter, locked in inside the foot. Now I want this knee to punch toward the rubber, and boom. And so here what looks like again, I come side to side, by the little wider stance, pressure on this knee punch up toward the rubber. My fingers are going to move with the knee. 1, 2, 3. I do back view like a base runner, hitting stance, all right, knee punch, boom. And it's going to be shorter. The taller I am, the tighter I've got to get it. The guy that's 5'10" can do this and maybe be 1, 2 to home. But I want to be 1, 3, 1, 3, 5 with a knee punch, no more. If it's more than that, I need to make an adjustment. 1, 3, 5 has got to be the cutoff in the slide step. Any slower than that, we're going to give the runner too much of an advantage to steal the base. okay? Another variation for my guys, when they get used to not using their front foot, I'm just going to move my fingers up. Bring my fingers up, I call it hands only. Bring my fingers up, and when I bring my fingers up, I'm bringing the fingers up until I cock my wrist. So I'm right here. Boom. Once I cock the wrist right there, I'm actually ready to throw right now. So I'm going to say fingers up and throw. Fingers up, throw. The foot may come up a little bit, it may stay out, but it's hands only. Just going to bring my fingers up. It's smooth, it's the little muscles working, and this one again, you'll be 125, maybe 130 at the most to home plate. So I just call it hands only. And we're going from there. And then if a guy really wants to do the regular lift and make it, I'm just going to do the knee punch. And I call it a punch instead of a lift because I've got to get the knee punch done again. I got to be 135 below. And so I'm going to go in here. I'm going to do a regular lift, but it's going to be a knee punch. And go. It's going to be more aggressive than I'm normally doing. And so what you do, you use the stopwatch. With the stopwatch on, how do I time it? As soon as the front foot moves or any part of my body moves, you start the stopwatch, and then you stop the stopwatch when it hits the catcher's mitt. That's how we decide to get the times to home. So in a regular knee lift, man on second, 135, 14. If I go high step and throw, I'm expecting to be about 125, which is giving your catcher a great opportunity to throw the runner out and do that part. So those are the SlideStep.